And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather. As we begin today, as I just posted just a moment ago, an accident has just happened in the Meridian area. If you're coming into Meridian from the Philadelphia area, Highway 19, let's go to radar. Let me show you the map of where the accident is this morning. As you're coming in where Walmart is on Highway 19, you'll go past where the old Walmart was, where MCC down in this area. This is going to be that next red light where you would turn to go to MCC College Drive. This is Old 8th Street Road. This is where the MSU campus sits here and the old B&B Automotive. The accident has happened right at this intersection. From my understanding, it's about 3 cars that are involved. Police are on the scene, and I think ambulances have been dispersed there. I don't think it's anything major, but that's always done with precaution. So expect a delay there in the next, say, 20 to 30 minutes as you're coming into Meridian, either leaving or coming into Meridian there at that intersection. Again, that's where MCC is, and this is where you turn to go up College Drive there. So keep that in mind as you're coming into Meridian this morning. As details become available with that, we'll pass that along this morning. So how are you today? We hope good. And as usual, as we've been starting out these last few mornings, we have to remind you that fog is very possible wherever you are this morning. We'll talk a little bit about what happened last night. Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama just took a beating when it comes to the rain last night. Now, all around us this morning as you're waking up, and expect this to affect our area as well, the fog. South of us, we have a dense fog advisory starting in Wayne County and south toward the coast, and then northern Mississippi and western Alabama has dense fog advisories. Although we don't have an advisory in East Mississippi per se, we're still going to get fog this morning, so be careful. As we go back to radar, let's look at the overview of what we've got and where everything is. Now, as we pull this up, all of these yellow spots, that's fog. This is northern Mississippi. You get into Memphis and Jackson, Tennessee area. Look at that right there. That is thick. This is the Nashville area. But all of here, as you just cross that state line into Tennessee there, Savannah, Tennessee, these areas there, very, very thick. Now, this is Mississippi. Here's Tupelo. And if you follow 45 due north there, this right in this area right there, that's Theo, Mississippi. Very thick. Now, as we get down closer to central Mississippi, you've still got some fog here stretching from Columbus all the way to Tuscaloosa. So if you're coming into Tuscaloosa, I-20, either way, it's going to be extremely thick there when you come up on McFarland Boulevard and those areas. As we move down to the Meridian area west, I-20, as you get into the Brandon area, when you get near that Bass Pro Shop, it's going to be pretty thick. Now, as we go south from there, we're going to have a lot of fog here in Scott County. That drops down to Smith County. And the corner of Jasper County here has got a little bit in Jones County in these areas here and stretching on into Wayne County. So, and again, this is where the dense fog advisory begins, this grade area. But all of this still fog this morning. And we'll look at what the National Weather Service has it for us. It's going to be this entire area here. We'll have fog this morning. So even though we're not under an advisory here, expect it. Drive a little bit slower this morning. Give yourself about 10 minutes there so you can get where you're going and see. Be safe. We all know how that is. Let me say some good mornings to some folks that are stirring, getting up today. Let's see here. Claudine Baskin, how are you? Lamar Hembry's up. Morning, Lamar. Angela White. I'm going to call you Angie just because I can. Laura Lee is up today. Also, Rachel Garrison, Tuscaloosa. You're up in all of that fog this morning. Steve and Wanda McKinnon, good morning to y'all. LaWanda Grantham, Kemper County. Also, Donald Roseman, Terry Ray, Angela Sloan, good morning to you. Tiffany Spence, and also Rachel Grapple. Glad to have y'all joining us this morning. We'll be here. Don't forget, we'll be kicking off the morning show in just a little bit. We'll do that at 8 a.m. this morning to tell you more about what's going on as we track everything that's going on locally, let you know all of that stuff. As I mentioned a moment ago, last night, a storm, and I put up on the page, I don't know if you caught that there was a tornado watch issued for most of Alabama into Tennessee in these areas. The big thing that happened, it was thunderstorms going on and just tons and tons of rain. And if you'll go here and take a look at my page, James Spann posted a lot of these pictures just a little bit ago. As you pull up, let me see here. Here we go. This is the Birmingham, Pelham area. Look at this. All these cars that are underwater. That's a car. It's the roof right there. just poured. Tons of damage in that area. Most areas south and around Birmingham were blocked. Roads were just impassable. So that's what was going on. Look at that. I watched a video. That's another car just in a regular parking lot that's underwater. So that looks to be a Walmart there. But a lot of rain came down. I haven't gotten any word that any lives were lost, but still, it was pretty rough. Went through that area. So keep Alabama as they wake up this morning and daylight starts coming in as the damage that was done from all of this. And that went on into Tennessee. These storms were pretty heavy last night. We'll tell you more about that as we get into that also. Let's turn our thoughts to what we've got going on with weather this morning. What should we expect? Let's go back and start our weather.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Our record highs and record lows. 2016, it was 94 degrees on this date. 94 is not too bad. We're all kind of used to that. It's when you get higher that we start to whoo. Now, a record low, I was nowhere around. 1964, a low of 34 degrees was set on this date. That was that same year that, and y'all correct me, that this area got a big snowstorm. Wasn't that the snowstorm of 64? If I remember correctly. Also, starting to see in everybody that follows these farmer almanacs, anybody do that, read up on them, indicating that it could be a rough winter. If you go by all that and believe that pretty heavily, we could have a rough winter according to that, of the signs of what you look at. I've seen a lot of posts on that lately of the signs of what are coming this winter. Could be. We'll see. As we go back to look at today, it's going to be a sunny day, 84 high. As we go up to Philadelphia, Mississippi, there where Marty's getting that museum together, 83 on up toward Louisville. The same, Columbus, 83. We go west to Vicksburg, a little bit warmer. We'll hit there at the state line, 86 degrees as you cross that bridge, and due south to Hattiesburg, about 84, the same as the Meridian area. Again, this morning, we've got patchy fog in most of these areas here all around us, making way for sunshine, trying to dry out this stuff to get that grass cut. As we move across the Bama state line, as you'll notice here, up to Tuscaloosa, this area right through here, the rain is over and the sunshine will be coming out. On the eastern side of Alabama, Gadsden, you get over here to Auburn, there should be some showers today in that area, though. As we go to Livingston, Alabama, expected to be somewhere around 82 today as you go through there and on up through Geiger, Alabama, and these areas there. As we look at this, now this is the dense fog possibility this morning. So all of this yellowed area, most likely if you're watching from Mississippi, you're in somewhere in this, in the edge of Alabama, under this. Anywhere from a half a mile to a quarter mile visibility. This will run until 9 a.m., about 2.5 hours still left on this. So dense fog means drive slow, which in turn means leave early from home. So I hope you'll do that. All right, as we go to this is the flood watch, and again, this is through 1 a.m. that has expired. Now, that was for Alabama. As we look at our tropics today, this is what we're looking at, a 20% chance of this storm becoming something. Most likely will just bring rain. It's not coming inland, but only a 20% chance toward the weekend that this will do this, but bringing rain along the coast here. So this is some of the best that we've seen when it comes to the hurricane systems. Nothing bad, nothing horrible, just some rain. So we can say that today. As we look at our temperatures, we are above average, sitting at this 84. I know a few weeks ago we were looking at everything saying 79, 75, 76. Now we've moved into that 80-degree weather, and this is why. Let me go back here. This is what we're looking at over here for the next little bit, for the next 6 to 10 days, and we should see a shift after that. As we look out to the west, starting to cool down in the California region, and as you go across into Nevada and those areas where it's been extremely hot, where they've had all these fires this summer. Now, let's go ahead and look at our 7-day outlook. What do we got? As I said there, you see those 80-degree marks there to where we were hoping to stay in the 70s. We are above average. Again, this morning, we've got that fog through about 9 a.m. Otherwise, the sunshine will move in. 83 to 84 is what that high will be today. As we move into tonight, we're going to get the fog moving in again after 4 a.m. So it's no better tonight into the morning if you've got to go somewhere early tomorrow morning like today drive careful. We will get back down tonight into the 50s, 59, our only chance of that this week. Now, as we end the week tomorrow, we're going to have sunshiny day. Look at this. Fog still through 9 a.m., and then we'll get sunshine and 85 as we end the day. As we head into the weekend, more sunshine. This should dry everything out. Folks that are wanting to get out with the tractors that hadn't been able to get into some areas that's too wet, this weekend's going to be good for that, making way for you to get those tractors back in there. But Saturday, we got a high of 86. We'll get down to 62 on Saturday night. By Sunday, more sunshine. A perfect day to go to church, no problems, and we'll hit 64 Sunday night. Now, as we get into next week, not a lot of change when it comes to the weather. We're going to be in that 83 to 85 degree temperature, at least through Wednesday as we look at this. Slight chances of rain move back into that forecast about Wednesday, but nothing major there. So let's look at the extended forecast as we get further into October. Let's go all the way to the 21st down here. We start seeing that starting on the 16th, we'll finally break away from the 80s and hit 77 about on the 16th. And then we're still holding steady in the mid-70s all the way through the 21st. But cooler weather definitely on the way. It won't be as bad as we hope for great October weather. But again, I don't know if y'all keep track with the Farmer's Almanac, but something to read up on. Go back and look at all the signs that they say happen. I'm going to look closer at this and have some more news to tell you there. Let's see. Good morning to Karina Jones. Glad to have you joining us. Miss Gail Gafford, glad to see you there. Lillian Glenn, how are you? Let's see. The woolly black caterpillar looked almost black, said to mean rough winter. And you're absolutely right. I've seen that several times. And do y'all know what I'm talking about? The little caterpillar that's about yay long, and it's got looks like hair on it. It's solid black, and they say when you see that, that means that a pretty rough winter is on the way. Let's see if I can find a picture of one of those that's floating around. If you happen to have one, you see one, take a snapshot of that and send that to us so we can share that with everybody else. Something to think on, because at one point in time, they didn't have all these fancy radars or anything like that, and you had to know how to plan, look for the signs. And that did happen. They had ways of knowing what the weather was before all this came along. As I mentioned a moment ago, if you're just joining, don't forget there is an accident this morning. I posted that on the page, and let me go back up here and find exactly where that is. And yeah, here's where I posted this from this morning. Well, right here is the intersection. Here's MCC. Here's MSU, and this is Old 8th Street Road. There's an accident right there at this time. It happened roughly about 10 to 12 minutes ago. There at the intersection, it looks as though someone ran the red light and they were bumped, and roughly about 3 cars involved in that. Police are on the scene. They're trying to get all that taken care of. So if you're coming into Meridian this morning to work at the hospitals, expect a little bit of delay there as they try to get all that. Maybe you can go around that. But that's what's going on this morning. As we get ready, we've got her getting ready. Candace will be here in just a little bit as we get ready for another Thursday, a great day. Let's see. I had mentioned that the FCA would be joining us today. Ty, he will have to change that to next week. Tomorrow morning, we'll have the bunch getting ready for the play coming up at the Meridian Little Theater. We'll tell you all about that. They'll be in to tell us about the play tomorrow morning as we end the week. All right, I'll be back in just a little bit. Thank y'all for dropping by. Right now, a nice 65 degrees. Kind of good outside as we wait for that high of about 83 today with sunshine after the fog burns off. Not bad at all. So it's getting better and better as we go along. Can't complain one bit. One thing is we still got, and it hadn't changed a bit, and that's grass cutting season. Freeman Tractor is there for you. If you need a part this morning, go by. As you can see in the background, they've got it. They know where it is. No fancy computers, but they know where everything is for you there at Freeman Tractor, and they'll help you. If you're looking for an X-Mark, they've got those along with the Skag, the #1 brand in America. They're fast, they're easy, and dependable. You can get tractors. They got new shipments coming in of that. Also, they're expecting that any day this week. Not but 2 days left, so it better hurry, hadn't it? Also, any attachment that you're looking for. And these are real popular as you break up gardens, if you're breaking up deer patches. If you're needing a tiller, they've got a few of these left. Go by and see them. They can tell you more about that and get you going there. From bush hogs all the way to getting you a new disc. They have those, along with forks and anything that you might need, including the benchies that are made in Texas. They can get you great financing on these. They're UTVs. See them. Navigation systems and a whole lot more. You'll find all of this at Freeman Tractor, downtown Cicalina. 626-8759. From a belt to a lawnmower blade, they've got it for you there. See them. They'll help you out there. Thanks for dropping by. And again, we'll see you very soon. In about an hour and 15 minutes, we'll break into the morning show. And won't you be a part of it? We'd love to have you back with us here. Thanks so much. And we'll see you very soon in Scotty Ray's Weather.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by